about to start my workout for today. This is a body weight workout. The only thing I'm using today is my jump rope mat. So if you have an exercise mat or a yoga mat, definitely go ahead and get that ready. If you don't have a mat, a towel should be fine. I also will be using my jump rope today, but if you don't have a jump rope, don't go anywhere. You can still do this workout right along with me. We will talk about what to do if you don't have a jump rope. But if you do have a jump rope, go ahead and get that ready as well. We are doing interval training today, and this workout is going to take us a total of exactly 30 minutes. There are timestamps in the description box down below the video, so if you want to skip straight ahead to the workout, you can do that. But if you need to see the exercises demonstrated and explained before we begin, let's go ahead and get into that right now. We're doing 5 different combos. So let me show you each of those 5 combos, then I'll explain the format and we'll go ahead and get started. So we're gonna go ahead and start down here on our mat. So come down onto your mat on your back. This first combo is a prisoner get up plus a squat jump. So I'm going to start by clasping my fingers together like this behind my head. And I'm going to come down onto my back on the mat. Now I'm going to sit up, and then I'm going to take one foot and tuck it underneath the other knee. And I'm going to have this foot flat on the ground. Now I'm going to shift my body weight forward into this front foot that's flat on the ground and stand. Now from here, I'm going to do a squat jump. So keeping my hands clasped behind my head, make sure your shoulders are back and down and your chest is lifted high. Push that booty back. So visualize trying to touch the wall behind you with your booty, because that's going to help you keep your back flat and the weight in your heels, which is what we want. And then from this position, you can sink down into your squat. Now, pressing the ground away, so actively press your heels into the ground and jump up. Now you're gonna reverse the movement. So coming back down onto the mat, you're going to tuck your foot under the knee and then come back, return to your starting position. And that's 1 rep. I'm going to switch legs with each rep. So now with the next rep, we'll put it together a little bit faster. I'm gonna sit up. Now the other foot is going to tuck under the knee. And now I'm shifting my weight into this front foot. And I'm going to come up to my stand position. And now squat and jump. So push that booty back, sink down into your squat, jump up, and reverse the movement. So again, this foot's gonna tuck under the knee, and I'm gonna come back down to my mat. We'll do a couple more a little faster so you can see the flow of it. Alternating legs with each rep. So sit up, tuck that foot under the knee, squat, jump, and reverse the movement. Return to your starting position. Other leg. So sit up, tuck the opposite foot under the knee, stand, squat, jump, tuck that foot, and lie back down, return to your starting position. Our second combo is going to be a side lunge plus a side kick, then a reverse lunge plus a high kick, and then a dragon lunge plus a roundhouse kick. I call it a dragon lunge, and everyone else in the world calls it a curtsy lunge. Please don't ask me why I insist on continuing to call it a dragon lunge, but that's what I call it. So here's how it's going to look. You're going to start with your side lunge and side kick. So starting with your feet together, you're going to step 1 foot out to the side and sink down into your lunge. Now again, with your lunges, you want your shoulders back and down, chest is high, tighten up those abs and really make sure that your entire core is engaged. And again, you want to push your booty back like you're trying to touch the wall behind you with your booty, and that is going to help keep your back flat and the weight in the heel of this lunging foot, which is what we want. So from this side, your side lunge is going to look like this. Step to the side and sink down into your lunge. See how I'm sticking my booty back and my back is flat. The weight is in the heel of this lunging foot. Then from there, you're going to do a side kick. Now, this is how I do my side kick. You want to think of breaking it down into 4 motions. Number 1, lift the knee in front of you. Number 2 is your kick. So with power, you want to kick the leg out to the side. Number 3, bring the knee back in. And number 4, put the foot down. Okay, so up, out, back, and down. That's the motion of your side kick when you kind of break it down. Make sure that there's power behind your kick. really visualize that you're trying to kick like through a board or something. So you're striking the, whatever you're kicking, you want to think of striking it with your heel. So pull your toes back towards your knee so that if I was kicking that wall over there, I would be striking the wall with my heel. My toes are being pulled back towards this knee. And I just want to make sure there's power behind that kick. So I'm not just kind of swinging my foot out there, but again, I'm really visualizing like I'm trying to really kick something down, kick something over, kick through something, okay? So make sure there's power behind the kick, okay? Do your best. So that's the first part of this little combo, okay? So side lunge, side kick, all right? Lunge to the side. Then on the way up, bring that knee up in front of you, kick, and put the foot down. Next part of the combo is a reverse lunge plus a high kick. So right from here, we're going to go into our reverse lunge. So this is going to remain my lunging leg. So I'm going to take the foot of my lunging leg and step it behind me, and then I'm going to sink down into my reverse lunge. So as you sink down into your reverse lunge, if you are able to tap that back knee to the ground, great, do it. Just make sure you're controlling the movement so you don't bang your knee into the ground and hurt yourself. Also make sure that there is a 90-degree angle in this front knee. So do your best to have the knee of this front foot over the heel of this front foot as opposed to being out over the toes like this, okay? So that's your reverse lunge, and then from there you're going to do a high kick. So with that back leg, you're going to kick it straight up in front of you. So lunge and high kick. All right, so just swinging that leg forward, up as high as you can, and I like to just put my hand up here for a target to kind of encourage myself to kick that foot up as high as I can. So one more time, reverse lunge and high kick. Kick as high as you can. If your kick is here, then your kick is here. If your knee is bent on the kick, your knee is bent on the kick. Work to your own level and just do your best. And then the final part of this little combo is a curtsy lunge, or what I call a dragon lunge, plus a roundhouse kick. So with your dragon lunge, you want to visualize that you're standing in a box. So again, this is still my lunging leg. I'm going to take the foot of my lunging leg. I'm going to lunge behind me and diagonally across my body. So visualize trying to tap that back corner of your box with the toe of your lunging leg. So lunge back, and again, control the movement. If you're able to tap that back knee down, great, do it. If not, just come as deep into the lunge as you can. Either way, make sure you're controlling the movement, especially if you are gonna tap that back knee so you don't bang it into the ground and get hurt. And then from here, we're gonna do our roundhouse kick. So this back foot is going to come forward. I'm gonna bring the knee up to the side. And then I'm gonna do my roundhouse kick by straightening my leg and kicking. My target is right in front of me here. I'm just going to bring the knee up to the side and kick. All right, so it's the same concept as the side kick. You're gonna bring the knee up, and then instead of kicking out to the side, you're going to bring the foot forward in front of you so that you're kicking a target that's right here in front of you, like that. All right, so that's the second combo. So let's put it all together so you can see the flow of it. So side lunge, side kick, reverse lunge, high kick, dragon lunge or curtsy lunge, roundhouse kick. Then we're going to switch legs for each set. So with my next set, this will be my standing leg, and this will be my lunging leg. So now I'm going to do a side lunge to the other side, side lunge, side kick, right into my reverse lunge, high kick, and then right into my dragon lunge, roundhouse kick. Lots of different elements, lots of moving parts, but just think to yourself, lunge, kick, lunge, kick, lunge, kick, and then switch legs. Lunge, kick, lunge, kick, lunge, kick. The next combo is going to be an ab splitter plus 2 reps of chest lift plus a Supergirl-commando push-up. It's a lot of words, so let me just show you what it looks like. Starting with our ab splitter, so the ab splitter is like 3 ab exercises in one. So we're going to start down here on my mat. My legs are straight, and I'm going to extend my arms up overhead. The first component of the ab splitters is what I call a pike. Some people call it a V-up, some people call it a jackknife, but basically what it is you're going to lift your legs straight up and you're going to lift your hands up to touch the toes, but you're going to do it all at the same time so that your body is coming up in one motion like a V. So it's going to look like this. All right, then you're just going to lower the legs and return to the starting position. If you cannot lift your arms and your legs at the same time, then you can lift the legs first and then come up and touch the toes, then lower the arms and lower the legs. Next, we are going to do kind of a straddle split. So I'm going to come up and tap the ground in front of me, and as I do that, I'm going to do a straddle split with my legs. So straddle and touch the ground, and then again return to the starting position. And then finally I'm going to sit up and touch the outside of my heels and then return to the starting position. So all three of those moves combined is one ab splitter. So it's going to look like this: pike, straddle, and heels. All right, that's your ab splitter. So after we do our ab splitter, we're going to roll over. And now for the second half of the combo, it's a chest lift plus a Supergirl-commando push-up. So I'm going to start down here on my belly. I'm going to extend my arms straight out in front of me. My feet are lifted off the mat. And I'm just going to lift my chest as high as I can. And I'm just bending my elbows and squeezing my shoulder blades together at the top of that movement. Like that. Then I'm going to put my hands flat on the mat next to me, and I'm going to tuck my toes under, and I'm going to push myself up, keeping my body in one straight line. So what you want to not do, it's not this. You're not kind of snaking up. You want to keep your body in one straight line, and everything that's touching the mat, you want it to lift up off the mat at the same time, okay? Do your best. And now from here, we're gonna do a Supergirl. So I'm going to lift one arm, and at the same time, I'm going to lift the opposite foot and just reach that arm out in front. Put the hand down, put the foot down, and I'm gonna lower myself back down to my belly, again, keeping my body in one straight line. So I'm not lowering my hips first and then allowing my upper body to follow. What I'm doing is lowering my body down in one straight line until I reach the mat. Okay, then we're gonna repeat that on the other side. So extend the arms out in front of you, lift the feet up off the mat, chest lift. Hands come down, tuck the toes under. And now we're going to repeat the Supergirl push-up on the other side. So push yourself up, and now lift the other hand and the opposite foot. Take a second to find your balance, put the hand down, put the foot down, and lower yourself back down. And then you're gonna roll over and continue with your next set. We'll put one set together a little faster so you can see the flow of it. So ab splitter, pike, straddle, heels. Now roll over, chest lift, Supergirl-commando push-up, back down to the mat. Chest lift, Supergirl-commando push-up, other side, back down to the mat. So that's it, that's the combo. You're just gonna go back and forth between those two exercises for the entire work interval. All right, combo number 4, come down onto your mat. We're going to be doing glute bridge raises. So starting down here on my back, on the mat, my feet are flat on the ground, knees are bent. I'm going to start by lifting my toes and pressing my heels into the ground as I lift my hips up as high as I can. And I'm going to really squeeze my glutes together at the top. Hold here for a second, really feel that squeeze in your glutes. And then lower the hips, again, keeping those toes off of the ground the whole time. And make sure you're controlling the movement. So you're not just dropping down, but you are controlling the movement all the way down. Then we're gonna do the same thing, but this time I'm going to press my toes into the ground and my heels are elevated. And then I'm gonna lift my hips as high as I can, keeping my heels off the ground the whole time. Squeeze the glutes at the top, and then reverse the movement. Return to the starting position. Now, here's where it gets tough. I'm gonna do another glute bridge raise. This time both feet are flat on the ground. So same thing, feet are flat on the ground. I'm gonna lift my hips as high as I can. So press the ground away with your feet, lift your hips and squeeze the glutes. Now I'm going to pick up one foot and extend it out in front of me and tap the heel lightly on the ground. Then I'm gonna lift the leg, lower the leg, tapping that heel on the ground again, return that heel to the starting position. Then I'm going to repeat that on the other side. So now the other leg is going to extend straight out in front of me. I'm gonna lightly tap that heel to the ground, then lift the leg, lower the leg, tap the heel on the ground, bring the foot back, and then again, control the movement on the way down. It's super challenging. It might not look like much, but it's really tough. So all of that put together is our combo. So it's gonna look like this. Lift the toes, press the heels into the ground, raise the hips, squeeze the glutes. Now reverse the movement. Lift the heels, press the toes into the ground, lift the hips, squeeze the glutes, and lower. Now both feet flat on the ground, lift the hips, extend one foot out in front of you, tap the heel on the ground, lift the leg, tap the heel, bring it back in. Repeat that on the other side. Do your best to keep those hips as high as you can throughout this entire movement. Tap the heel, lift the leg, tap the heel, bring it in, and control the movement on the way down. One more, a little faster so you can see the flow of it. Heels, toes, extend the leg. Leg lift, tap the heel, other side. Tap the heel, lift the leg, tap the heel, bring it in, and control the movement on the way down. Final combo is a transformer plus a Santana plank and an oblique knee crunch. So starting in an elbow plank position, you're going to come up to a high plank, one hand at a time. So you're going to start by taking one hand, placing it flat on the mat, and then you're going to follow with the other hand. So now you're in a high plank. Now you're going to rotate into a Santana plank. So the same hand that initiated the movement on the way up to your high plank, you're gonna lift that hand, rotate into a side plank like this, and extend that arm up overhead. Making sure you're keeping your hips high in your side plank position. Now you're going to take your bottom leg, the foot that's in the back, you're gonna bring the knee to the front, and you're gonna bring your elbow down to meet the knee like this. Then return the foot, return the hand, rotate back into your high plank, and now initiating the movement with this hand again, elbow, elbow. Come back to your elbow plank. So that's one set. We will be alternating sides with each set. So with set number one, every time I initiated the movement, I did it with this hand. For set number two, I'm going to do the opposite. I'm going to initiate all of the movement with this hand. So starting in my elbow plank, I'm going to come up to my high plank, initiating the movement with this hand. So this palm flat on the mat, followed by the other one. Now I'm going to rotate into my side plank. So again, initiating the movement here, pick up this hand, rotate into your side plank, keeping those hips high. Oblique knee crunch, so that bottom knee comes forward and through, bringing the elbow to meet the knee. Then return to your side plank, rotate back into your high plank, and then coming back down into your elbow plank, again, initiating the movement with this hand, and the other hand follows. So let's do a couple more faster so you can see the flow of it. So starting in your elbow plank, up to the high plank, rotate into your Santana plank, oblique knee crunch, back into your high plank, and then back to the elbows. Other side. High plank, Santana plank, oblique knee crunch, high plank, back to your elbow plank. So that's all 5 combos. Now here's the format. I have my timer set for 2 intervals. The first interval is 1 minute, the second interval is 5 minutes, and I have my timer set for 5 rounds of those 2 intervals, which is 30 minutes. So the whole workout is going to take us exactly 30 minutes. With each 1 minute interval, I'm going to be jumping rope. Now, I always jump rope like this, like I'm kind of jogging in place, but any style of jump rope you want to do is fine. So if you're more comfortable jumping with your feet together, jump with your feet together. If you're really good at jump rope and you want to do a more challenging variation, go for it. It doesn't matter, okay? Any variation of jump rope you want to do is fine. And if you don't have a jump rope, then you can just substitute with any other cardio exercise while I'm jumping rope for those 1 minute intervals. High knees, jumping jacks, mountain climbers, toe taps, pendulum, any kind of exercise you want to do is totally fine. You can jog in place, you can shadow box. If you have a heavy bag, you can work on your heavy bag, and really you can even just pretend to jump rope with me. And I know that might sound silly, but hear me out. They actually sell jump ropes without the rope. It is 2 handles that you hold onto while you pretend to jump rope. So I really think that you can do that while holding onto imaginary handles. That's a completely legitimate option. So do whatever works for you. Any kind of cardio exercise you want to do will work for those 1 minute intervals. So it's 1 minute of jump rope or some other type of cardio exercise, and then 5 minutes for the combo. There's no rest interval. So we're going to start with a 60-second jump rope interval. Then we're gonna go right into our first combo. We're gonna do our first combo. That's our prisoner get-ups plus a squat jump for 5 minutes. Then as soon as the timer beeps, that means that our 1 minute jump rope interval has already begun. So as quickly as you can, you're gonna get up, grab your jump rope, and start jumping rope. So obviously you're going to lose a little bit of time off of each work interval. So the goal is just to move as quickly as you can from one exercise to the next, so that you lose as little time as possible off of that work interval. Remember that I always take the time to type out the instructions in the description box down below the video, and you're gonna watch me do it right now. So watch me do it, read the instructions, but then of course, if you have any questions about the format, how this all fits together, if you have any doubt about how to do these exercises with the correct form, or if you need to see beginner modifications, I am right here to help, so please reach out. It's really important that you understand what we're doing and you understand how to do the exercises with the proper form before you begin the workout, so that you reduce your risk of injury and so that you ensure you're getting the maximum benefits out of each exercise. So if you have any questions about how to do the exercises correctly, please just ask. It is also extremely important to me that all of my workouts are always accessible to anyone and everyone who wants to do them with me. I am always here to help facilitate that. So if you need to see beginner modifications, I am right here to help. Do not hesitate to reach out if you have questions or if you need help. And now I have explained and demonstrated all of the exercises. I talked you through the format. So if you are ready to go ahead and do this workout with me now, go ahead and grab an exercise mat or yoga mat if you have one. If not, maybe a towel. Grab your jump rope. If you have a jump rope and you are jumping rope with me today, take a minute to make sure you're good and warmed up. And when you're ready, let's get started. All right, here we go. Watch us going. We are starting with 1 minute of jump rope or whatever type of cardio exercise you're doing. Ready in 3, 2, 1, and go. Now on to our first combo, no rest interval. Our 5 minutes has already begun, so as quickly as you can, come down to the mat, clasp the hands behind your head, stand, squat, jump, reverse the movement, and now switch legs. Sit up, get up, squat, and jump. Keep pushing. We have just a little over 20 seconds left. Right into our next jump rope interval. As quickly as you can. that jump rope interval is hard, even though we're losing a few seconds. It's still a long work interval, especially with tired legs. So with these tired legs, right into our next combo, side lunge, side kick, reverse lunge, front kick, dragon lunge, roundhouse kick. Other leg, side lunge, side kick, reverse lunge, front kick, dragon lunge, roundhouse kick. All right, keep going, switching legs with each set. Do your best. go. Ab splitter plus chest lift and Supergirl-commando push-up. So first our ab splitter, pike, straddle, and heels. Now roll over, chest lift, Supergirl push-up. Chest lift. Other side. Roll back over. Starting again with an ab splitter. Pike, straddle, heels, roll over. Chest lift. Supergirl push-up. And repeat on the other side. Chest lift. Supergirl push-up. That's 2. Just do as many sets as you can before time is up. Do your best. Ow. That was my elbow hitting on this concrete. Every bit as unpleasant as it probably sounded, and as you would probably imagine. Do not recommend. Start a little bit more towards the side of the mat this time. See if I can avoid that, because not fun. That was a very energetic roll over. I almost kept going. My elbow is still throbbing in pain from whacking it against this concrete block. All right, jump rope. Number 4 is our glute bridge raise and leg lift combo. So 3 glute bridge raises. First with the toes elevated, then heels elevated. Now the third one, both feet are flat on the ground, but you're going to pause at the top, tap the heel, lift the leg, tap the heel, and bring it back. Now other leg, tap the heel, lift the leg, tap the heel, and bring it back. Squeeze those glutes at the top, control the movement on the way down. That's 1 set. So keep going, do your best. Heels, toes, tap, lift, and lower. Other side, tap, lift, and lower, and control the movement down. I know these are super tough, and 5 minutes is a long time to do them. You can take little rest breaks if you need to, but only if you need to. And if you do, obviously, you should be going at your own pace. So take as long of a rest break as you need, but do mindfully challenge yourself to keep the rest as short as you possibly can. You should only continue when you feel that you are able to do so with good form. You should never be sacrificing your form for speed. But this is an interval training workout, so the goal is to complete as many sets as you can during that 5-minute work interval. So you don't want to do the reps with bad form. That defeats the purpose. So the point is to do as many reps as you can with good form during the 5-minute work interval, but you do want to push yourself to keep going if you can. And really try to fit in as many reps as you can during that work interval. So I always think it's a good idea to keep track of your reps so that the next time you do this exact same workout, you'll know how many reps you were able to complete during that 5-minute work interval. And you'll have a really clear goal in mind for a score that you want to beat, okay? Just remember, you should always be going at your own pace And remember never to sacrifice your form for speed. All right. I think this is our final jump rope interval, right? Let's go. We made it. This is our final combo. This is our transformer, Santana plank, and oblique knee crunch combo. So starting in your elbow plank, come up to your high plank, rotate into your side plank, crunch that knee, and come down. Other side. plank, we're basically in plank for 5 minutes straight. I'm just gonna do one more so I'm even on both sides. I just remembered I started on that side, so I wanted to finish on the other side, make sure I kept it even. What I was going to say was rest if you need to, but now our 5 minutes is up, so if you were able to make it through that final 5-minute interval without resting, amazing job. That was super tough. Basically 5 straight minutes in plank with no rest breaks. My arms and shoulders and chest are really feeling that. So that's our 30 minutes, but we are not quite finished yet. No workout of mine is ever complete until we have done our bonus burpee, so we have just 1 rep left to go. Let's do our bonus burpee together, and then the workout will be officially complete when you are ready. Final rep of the day, here we go. All right, with that, the workout is now officially complete, but it is Monday. So that means instead of a McFlurry minute, today we are doing another Monday McFlurry mobility challenge. This one looks really tough. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it. So I have decided to implement warped wall rules. So if you watch American Ninja Warrior, you know that when they get to the warped wall, they're allowed 3 attempts. So if you try once and you fail, you're allowed to try a second time. As long as you make it on that 3rd time, that means you have successfully completed the obstacle. So since this one looks so hard, and I really don't know if I can do it, I'm going to say that I get 3 tries. And as long as I get it within those 3 tries, that's a win. That means I successfully completed the challenge and we all win free McFlurries. If I am successful, I also saw someone do an even more difficult version of this same mobility challenge. So if I am successful with the first one, I will attempt the more challenging one. But again, I'll give myself 3 tries, and as long as I can get it within 3 tries, I'm gonna say that's a win. So when I was watching people do this challenge on Instagram, there were no instructions, I was just watching them do it. So here's the challenge, the way I'm interpreting it. We're basically going to do like a sumo squat against the wall. So I believe that the rules for the challenge is that your toes and your hands have to be in constant contact with the wall. And the goal is to sink all the way down into the squat as deep as you can so that your booty is really almost touching the ground. Okay, so we're doing like a sumo squat. So you're gonna start with your feet wider apart and your toes pointed out at kind of a 45-degree angle. And your toes are going to be in contact with the wall. This is as I understand it. This is what it looked like everyone was doing. I'm gonna start with my hands down in front of me and my palms are touching the wall. And as I sink down into my squat, my hands are gonna come up overhead. And again, I believe the challenge is that my toes and my hands have to be in constant contact with the wall. I think I may have made a big mistake. I don't think I can do this, but I'm gonna give it my best. So again, I'm giving myself 3 attempts to successfully complete this challenge. Attempt number 1, here we go. So my toes are touching the wall, my palms are touching the wall, and now here we go. We have to sink down into our squat. All right, now I have to come back up. I was so close. I got all the way down, which I didn't think I was going to do, but I wasn't able to come back up. So what do I need to fix to come back up? I was falling backwards, so I need to figure out, maybe I need to figure out a way to have my weight more forward, I guess. But that was better than I thought it was gonna be. That was attempt number 1. All right, here we go. Attempt number 2. I can't tell if it's better to have my feet like wider apart or closer together. Let me try it with them maybe a little bit wider apart and see if that helps. Here we go, wish me luck. And yes, if you were wondering, I feel incredibly silly doing this. Okay, I'm down. I did it! Oh my God, that was so hard. All right, it took me 2 attempts, but I did it. So I was successful. Ice cream for lunch, but first, you guys, I did say that if I was able to do this, that I saw someone doing an even more difficult version that looks physically impossible, but she was doing it, so it must be possible. Now, again, there were no instructions, so I just was really kind of analyzing everything she was doing. It's basically the same thing, but she was doing the squat with her feet together. Her toes were not all the way touching the wall. She had her toes about, I don't know, what's that, like an inch or so away from the wall. And she was doing the same thing with her feet together and like not quite touching the wall. So that's what I'm gonna try to do. So she was starting with her palms and her upper body pressing the wall, feet close together and I don't know, about an inch from the wall or so. All right. Again, I get 3 tries. And if I can make it within 3 tries, that means I did it. So I might fall on my booty this first try. We'll see. All right, so here we go. It is so much harder with my feet together. Oh my God. It was hard to tell in the video how close her toes were to the wall. And I'm really trying to challenge myself and keep my toes as close to the wall as I can, but I was looking really closely and her toes were definitely not touching the wall. I actually really do think that would be impossible. I'm sure there's someone out there who can do it. But I'm trying to keep my toes as close as I can to the wall. First attempt was a fail, but I get 2 more tries. All right, here we go. Attempt number 2. Getting down to this very bottom. I have to figure out what I'm doing that's causing me to kind of fall backwards. I'm nervous now because we're down to the wire. I only get 1 more shot to get this right. So still my toes are less than 2 inches from the wall, I think. And they're narrow but not touching. I feel like with each attempt, I'm taking 1 more little cheat, but I think my feet are about where they were with attempt number 2. So let's just see if I can focus and really figure out this movement and maybe get us all 2 free McFlurries again today. Here we go. That was so frustrating because I was so incredibly close. Each time it's gotten a little bit better. So that was my 3rd and final attempt. I didn't do the more challenging version, but I did complete the first version. So we still get our free McFlurries, but you guys, I'm so determined to get this that I want to try it just 1 more time. I really feel like I'm getting closer and closer each time, and I might actually be able to get it. All right. Trying to keep my feet where they were, about 1 inch or 1.5 inches from the wall, and close together but not touching. All right. it's so hard. I feel like I'm getting so close, but to really feel like I'm all the way down, as deep as I can get into my squat, I'm just not quite getting there. I feel like getting up from here is pretty easy, but just getting all the way down, it's feeling impossible. All right, this is my 5th attempt. Let me try it just one more time. I feel like I'm so close. I really want to get it. All right. There she is. I think that might be the challenge. So that one was like every bit as tough as I thought it was going to be, and then some. I think I did successfully complete the first challenge with the sumo squat version. I did not successfully complete the second, the more challenging version, because it took me 4 tries and I'm not 100% sure I did it right. I'm gonna have to look at the video again and then look at what I did, and I think I might have gotten it, but I'm not 100% sure. But I definitely was able to successfully complete the first mobility challenge. So that means we all win free McFlurries. So you may have to settle for just 1 McFlurry today, and you may not be able to supersize it for free, but it's ice cream and it's free, so you're welcome. Try this one and let me know how you do with it, okay? It's super tough, but give it a try and let me know what you think of this one. That was by far the most difficult mobility challenge I have tried to date. I was able to successfully complete 1 out of the 2 mobility challenges that we tried today. So that means that we all do win free McFlurries. However, I am going to keep practicing them because I know I can get better, and I really want to get the hang of that second one, the more challenging version with my feet together. I know I can get it. I was coming really, really close, and I kind of got it on that 4th or 5th attempt, so I'm gonna keep trying it, but definitely try those, especially if you don't think they look super challenging, and let me know how you did with them. If you did this workout with me today, thank you so much. Please let me know what you thought of it and how you did. Thank you to everyone who has been working out with me lately, and even if you're not doing the workouts with me, thank you for watching the videos. Thank you for liking and sharing the videos. Thank you for all of your wonderful and supportive and engaging comments. It really does mean the world to me. Thank you to all of my new subscribers. If you are not subscribed already, please subscribe. And of course, a great big thank you to those of you who have been subscribed to my channel for years. Please know that I appreciate you all so very much. One final reminder that if anything is unclear with the format, if you have any questions about the exercises we were doing today, any doubts at all about how to do them with the correct form, or if you need any help with beginner modifications, please just ask. That is going to do it for today. But before I say goodbye, I have to say one final thank you to those of you who have been watching the videos all the way until the end and commenting with the secret code phrase of the day. So before I say goodbye, I will give you today's secret code phrase of the day. It is, it's just a flesh wound. So if you are still watching this video, hello. Thank you for watching all the way to the end. Please let me know that someone is still watching by going down to the comment section and leaving me a comment that says it's just a flesh wound. That is going to do it for today, and I will see you all next time. Bye.